Hello, goobers! I really want to hate the word, I do, but God, darn you for making me associate it with happy things. My fist of rage. Favorite summer thingies. There's apparently a list of these on the internet, but I can't seem to find them anywhere, so I'm just gonna mooch off of everyone else's list. Bam! Monsters and Men, and they're like everything. Ugh! They're either Icelandic or Norwegian or some country that's got a way better healthcare system than us and like cooler accents and stuff. Either way, they're fantastic. They were pretty much all I listened to while I was in Europe. Their most common one is Little Talks, which Amy mentioned in her video, which is that way apparently. Like all their other songs off that album is just Also, The Naked and the Famous, namely their album Passive Me, Aggressive You, which is, like, okay, the best name for an album to have ever existed off the face of ever. As for, like, a favorite song, Take a Walk by Passion Pit. That's me taking a walk with passion. Also, I'm cycling through these pretty quickly, so I'm gonna put a list of, like, all the favorites that I have at the bottom because they're all worth checking out. Everything John Green. I've only been a nerd fighter for like 6 months, and I've like committed this summer to catching up on the 2 years worth of Nerdfighteria that y'all have over me. So I read every single one of John Green's books except for one, which the name escapes me at the moment. My favorite is Paper Towns, which I'm not going to get into the reasons why because that needs like a video of its own. I mean, they're all fantastic, but if I had to pick a favorite, Paper Towns! I read the Poisonwood Bible, which I borrowed from a friend, so I can't show you the cover of that one. In the last few years, I spent a lot of time trying to come to terms with sort of my idea of God and of heaven, and while I finally think I've found something that I'm pretty much comfortable with, this certainly just gave me a whole new perspective way out of left field, which was amazing and fantastic. So, Poisonwood Bible, read that. Another book that I read while I was in Europe was Lullaby by Chuck Palahniuk. I'm saying that wrong. Hold on. I will find you! By this guy, see, I can't even read it. What is this? Palahniuk! So he's the guy that wrote Fight Club, and his writing is just so gritty and edgy and intense, and it just feels like I'm chewing rocks, but in a good way. I'm not crazy, I'm just in love, it's so beautiful! Whee! Well, I saw Avengers 3 times in theaters, so obviously that. All the superhero movies! Sorry. Also Brave, because Scottish plus Ginger plus Pixar equals love. Always. Always. Yes, conclusively. You get a lot of favorite books and music and sweaters and hair products and I don't know. Things. The most important and invaluable thing that I can take from this summer is the experiences and the memories that I've made. Though it wasn't intentional, I do kind of like that I went last this week because it just gave me this chance to sort of watch all your videos and your derpy faces and sort of reflect on how different and weird and random we all are, but how we have way more in common than you'd expect any 2 or 7 people to have. I spent this summer going to Vancouver in British Columbia and I saw frickin' Star Kid, and I went to Europe and I ran down the Great Hall shouting Troll in the Dungeon, and I stood under the Eiffel Tower in the middle of night underneath the rain with my best friend of 7 years, and I got to pet a goat in Poland, and I threw a potato at a racket and missed. I did a slow-mo run towards Karen in the middle of a movie theater, and I just made so many memories. Yeah, we're all a little eclectic and unhinged, sure. But we're also damn lucky to have this world and this lifetime and each other. Not to be deep or anything, but maybe it's something to think about. Oops.